2018 has been the worst record on date for British high streets, but the public are starting to notice the effects on Plymouth's high street with the amount of businesses we have had to say goodbye to in the last couple of years. Big chains that were once comfortable said their goodbyes for the final time, leaving a deserted hole that once filled the high street with customers leaving satisfied. Big names such as BHS, Toys R Us and Pound World left us recently, with some chains following closely behind, such as House of Fraser that has been struggling recently. But now the public are sharing their concern on where the high street stands now in Plymouth.
They all shop online now, and that's really cheap, because I've heard of a lot of people, especially girls, they'll buy a dress or whatever, wear it for a night and send it back. So it's free shopping, really, isn't it?
I feel sad, really, that the fact that all the shops are so empty, because when I was a youngster, this was such a thriving town. I feel now it's just an empty shell of how it used to be. I think, to be honest, not so much online shopping. I think the cost of driving into Plymouth, bus fares, car parking fees add all up to it.
There are shops, you only got to look around and see so many empty shops, and apparently it's due to the fact that people are not frequenting them as they used to because they're using online shopping.
Banks such as Halifax and NatWest have had to close many of their branches around the Plymouth area. Now online banking has become a popular usage for people nowadays. In taking a visit to Plymouth City Council, I spoke to Councillor Mark Lawrie, who shares with me an insight into what the council believes what the public want from the city centre in our modern era now.
Equally, if you look at our city centre at the moment, we're building Drake's Leisure. Now that Drake's Leisure is what's called a defensive development. So if you take the mall on its own, the people who own the mall recognise that unless they put other stuff alongside it, then people aren't going to visit the mall. So we're building Drake's Leisure across the road. So in there you will have a cinema, you will have leisure activities, you will have a number of bars and restaurants.
Society is changing, and so is Plymouth's high street. As more large chains continue to leave our streets, other style of businesses such as restaurants and coffee shops are being brought in through popularity that is changing the way people treat the high street now in our 21st century. This is Holly Manlow reporting for Jam Live.